I know we'd all love it if orchids could thrive without humidity, but there are a few that might do okay. The only ones I will recommend staying far away from are pleurothalids. That is all Masdevallia, pleurothallis, Restrepia, anything like that with these bushy leaves, because they need a lot of humidity. But this little Simorchis is a great example of an orchid that does not need a lot of humidity to survive and thrive. But generally, I think terrestrial orchids is going to be your best bet, since a lot of these aren't from as tropical of places and can tolerate a bit lower humidity, like this Osteoclades that is just getting ready to bloom. And like the Simorchis, a Tolumnia, another twig epiphyte, is another great example, because if you can keep up with the waterings mounted, they do great, but they can also be potted in a very fine orchid bark, and if you let them dry, they do wonderfully. There are also quite a few miniature Dendrochilum, so that is a fun little addition. But generally, I would stick to a lot of Dendrobium. There are a lot of miniature Dendrobiums, like this Dendrobium legicii. This one's also variegated, so that's very fun, but there are some weird Dendrobiums, like this Pencil Dendrobium. And even some soft cane Dendrobium that lose their leaves every winter, so there's a lot of variety in the Dendrobium Alliance. But I do think the Cattleya Alliance is going to be much better because these do well being dry for a while. So like a Leptodes like this one, or a Sonfronitella, I don't know how to say it, but that's what this one is. These have very big pseudobulbs and big fleshy leaves. There are a whole lot of miniature Cattleya that are a little larger but will do wonderfully. And surprisingly, I would consider Bulbophyllum one that does not need a lot of humidity as long as you can keep up with the watering. Like with a lot of orchids, the roots are the most important things. So if you're keeping the roots happy enough to stay alive, then the rest of the plant will probably do just fine. But the thicker bulbs and fleshier leaves, the better the plant will probably do. But with lower humidity comes a lot more watering, so keep that in mind, especially with Bulbophyllum. But Oncidium Twinkle is another great example of something that is a little larger, but still a wonderful miniature that will do perfect.